Good afternoon, everybody. How you all doing? You all doing good? Hope you are. Having a great day, enjoying your weekend. Here we are back on the farm. FS19, me and Mr. Patrio. And forgot to save a courseplay course last week, so I'm just finishing that off at the moment. Mr. Patrio's disappeared off my screen. There he is, hello. Yeah, so hopefully Discord will be working today and you can hear him. We didn't have him all last week because good old OBS. Well, it's me, but I'll blame OBS. But how are you, Patrio? You all good, bud?
Yeah, not too bad. As mentioned earlier, we've got a bit of wild weather going on outside, so fingers crossed we don't have a brownout. But all things considered, it'll be a nice quiet weekend, apart from the fireworks from the footy grand final last night.
AFL, I'll take it.
Yeah, everyone's getting all hyped up for it, and I'm just sitting outside, and about 7 o'clock, just bang, 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 bang. Like, oh yeah, there's a thing going on. Sports ball.
Oh, there you go. Meanwhile, here, we're all, well, they would be ecstatic in this country because we beat South Africa in the rugby. There's a big thing about that because South Africa world champs at the moment because they won the World Cup. But usually what happens is if we don't win the World Cup, whatever team wins it comes down and plays us and we annihilate them. But we didn't actually last night. We won by 2 points at the last minute. So anyway, we're here for farming and update. Well, the update is I updated the map. This is version 7.001, and for some reason I had version 6 something, and I don't know how I ended up with that one, considering the other version came out before I downloaded this map, and I even got it off the same site. So I don't know. But there you go. Anyway, things that have been fixed. It seems a little bit better at the moment with the graphics. I haven't fully checked it out yet because I haven't been to the boo. And but what has fixed is we can now see what we're buying at the shop. So as some of you might know, some of you might not, because you might have never been here before, but Mr. Patrio's had a problem. He's got his farm and he wants to buy a field so he can make silage and sell it. And he didn't have enough money for the field, but I just remembered a couple of days ago actually that we've got the global company leasing mod, so you can lease the field if it, you had to look at it, eh?
Yeah, it's like 16 grand lease and then 6 grand per day.
Well, there you go. You'll be able to sell that silage. You'll get a good amount of silage off it. Hopefully you'll be able to use, if you can't fill it up, I think it's, I made it 1 million capacity in that silage thing. Yeah, if you can't fit it all in, we can try sticking it into our silo and hopefully it doesn't disappear under seasons. I also had a look at another thing, because this map has the ability for, well, seasons incorporated into the map. There's the slurry system or manure system incorporated into the map, which is a mod off the mod hub. I don't know what it does. And it also has global market, and I've checked out global market. That's quite interesting, I have to say. You can't get that on the mod hub. You have to get that from LS Mod Company, the people that did global company. Now if you're unaware what that does, like I was, basically it's a great little tool for multiplayer, as in the fact you have to download the mod, you have to download an executable file, and you have to download a placeable, and you only need to put the placeable down once, and there's actually a spot reserved here for it. If we look on the map, we'll be able to see global company. Actually, if I bring it up this way, should be able to see it without Patrio's thing in the way. There we go. So there's global company up there, whether you can see my mouse, you can. Global market, sorry. And we can, it's got the picture of the thing there, but it's not actually there, but that is the placeable. And what you do is, each person that has a farm in a multiplayer goes up to it, they press R to synchronize their farm to it, and then you can put your products in there and other players can buy that product up. You can actually set the price of how much you want for that product per litre, and other players can come along and buy it off you in your game, which is a good thing. Drawback, it has a 1 million litre capacity, which sounds like a lot, except for the fact that's not per person, that's in total. So if someone comes along and says chucks in about 700,000 litres of wheat, and then another player comes along and fills it up to 1 million, no one else can come along and put their wheat in there. I don't know if that's for all products or just 1 million per product. The other thing you can do too is that because what the executable file does, it's a networking type file. So not only can you buy products from people off your map, you can buy products from people who use that mod from all around the world. So, nice little feature, I think. I wish I knew about it way back when, because I had a plan that I wanted to do for our next thing after we finish this contracting thing, which we could have been done if we didn't have so much blooming issues, of what we could do next. Hopefully they're bringing it out for 22 and I can implement it there. So were you going to get that field or not?
Got to go not at the moment, just because between field leasing and the fermenting silo. Oh, look who's back again.
Yep.
Yeah, between the field leasing and fermenting silo, that would leave me about $1,000.
You're about to get paid though, 8,000. So you'll be left with $1,000. We'll be able to, if you'd grabbed it, we'll be able to mow it tonight. We'll be using all our equipment, so there's not a problem there. Stick it into your silo, get it started getting done. The silo doesn't take that long, be ready the next day and you can go off and sell it. Yeah, good old Hoss back. For anyone who doesn't know, don't click on the person's profile, it's an IP grabber. So, yeah. If you don't want to do that now, Patrio, what you could do is the other cultivator on another field. You can come and give me a hand finishing this off. You want? The quicker we can get it done, the quicker we can go in the next day. But if you want to do it that way, lease the field and all that kind of stuff, and sort your farm out, get the silo down. Just be wary, there is a auto drive course going to the field behind field 20 to field 21, and you'll see the marker on the thing. There's also one going to your farm as well, by the way. I just put one there so you can drive there, and then later on we can sort of customize it a bit better once you've got all your farm stuff down that you want.
As the saying goes, I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. Where is the spare cultivator? I'm seeing the plows.
It's still on the field, as I said, on the attached to the tractor on the field. So in yesterday's stream I mentioned that I'll be finishing early today because I'm going out for dinner. Well, I ain't going out for dinner, so we might not be finishing earlier today. I also mentioned the possibility of moving my streams forward to a 1:30 start and a 5 o'clock finish. Now I've got to talk to Mr. Patrio because he'll be less affected by it than Smudo, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. But I've got to talk to Patrio and Smudo about that, whether or not we'll do that for Farming Sim as well. If it doesn't suit either of them, or one of them, we'll stick to what we got, and I might just move the other ones, the weekly ones, to that time. Because at the moment, well, I'm in daylight savings, so Mr. Patrio had to get up an hour earlier today, didn't you, to jump on here?
Well, given that I usually wake up about 6 o'clock in the morning any given day, even without alarms, much to my chagrin. Yeah, it's currently 9 AM for me, or slightly past 9 AM, so the time shift doesn't bother me so much.
Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. I thought it'd be about 8 o'clock or something, and that'll be 7:30 if I moved it back. Half an hour. So 8:30 wouldn't be that much of a hindrance to you either, would it? Considering we used to start at 8. Smudo, on the other hand, he will be currently at the moment a 3 o'clock start. Now, if I move it back half an hour, he's happy with it. It'll be a 2:30 start for him. And then when his daylight savings finishes, it'll be a 1:30 start for him. So I don't know if that was better because during the last daylight savings we were in the old time of 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I think it was. Something along those lines. And he was getting up at, or staying up until 2 and then carrying on through until 5 in the morning, whatever it was, 5 or 6. So if I pull it back, it's 3 o'clock now, it'll be 2:30 if we pull it back, and when it goes down it'll be a 1:30. So it might work out better for him. Except when we go back into the way it was just yesterday, of course it would be a 3:30 start for him. Yeah, 3:30 start for him. Of course it'll be a 1:30 start for him. He's 12 hours behind when he goes out of daylight savings and I'm in daylight savings. Don't know why I tried to figure it out. It's easy. I should know that.
I just remember that just to throw me off with when Frith hit BST. I had to get up an extra hour early for that.
Yes, that's a good point. England will be now 12 hours behind me. So it'll be 2:15 in the morning for them. Of course, when they go out, it'll be 3:15. It'll be 13 hours. 3:15, 1:15. Something like that. No. If we start. Oh, I don't know. Too much thinking. No, it'll be 1:15, yeah, for them. At the same stage of the day. Ah, open eyes. I was all getting prepared for the daylight savings, going to bed a bit earlier and meals a bit earlier, and obviously people who were here in the streams knew that I started a bit earlier, and yes, it clicked over at 2 o'clock this morning. So when it hit 2 o'clock it was instantly 3 o'clock. And no, I didn't sleep. I woke up early and my eyes are dry. So instead of pouring coffee into my gullet, I should be pouring them into my sockets. Give them a bit more energy and lubricate them at the same time.
I'll just go full crazy and get an IV drip.
Decent sized field, eh?
Yeah, I just noticed both our fuel gauges. I'm sitting on the quarter, you're slightly below it.
Yeah, I know. I've just been keeping an eye on that. Because I got the realistic view fuel or something like that mod from also done by Realism Modding, the bringers of seasons. I was sort of thinking about getting rid of it, but you know what? Just because it's a bigger map comes a bit more of a challenge. We've got to get through the day. Hopefully this moisture thing will stop happening and we'll get some good weather. And the thing is, in my other I've got another save where I've been doing all the auto drive courses and just trying out some bits and pieces on it. Exactly the same setup and the weather's fine on that. It's been absolutely fine. I also got to keep an eye on my animals as well. What was that?
Oh, I was just going to say, that just tells me it's some shoddy RNG, which is part of the course for AMB streams this year.
Have you noticed a distance, a difference with the performance on the map now? It just seems, I don't know what it is, it just feels smoother to me.
Yeah, my frame rate is up, I'm having less hitching, but I have also dialed down the settings a fraction or two since last stream.
Okay. Well, like I said, until I get into the boo I had a bit of frame drops and stuff. But the thing is, like I said, there was 3 updates in between this one we're on now and the one I originally got, and I'm still can't understand how I ended up with that version. So
Well, I suppose the other litmus test will be whether I crash out randomly.
yeah, well, that might not have anything to do with the map, but you never know. Now, hopefully we can get some harvesting done the next day and something along those lines. How much money have we got? We're down to 676,000. We need some more cash so we can make or buy some more stuff. Now the other thing too is I've got to need to check out, like I said, my animals. I've got to need to check out if they get dirty, where I've got to clean it up, what their food state is like at the moment. I've got to buy a milling machine, and what else do I got to buy? A couple other bits and pieces. That reminds me, did I add that into the game? Let's have a look here. Stevie, what have you got for me, Sunshine? Did I add you in? Not looking good, not looking good. I don't think I thought I blooming well did. I must have got rid of it. I was hoping to get this one or that one of Stevie's, mainly that one. And it doesn't appear that I added it in. Just so I can change the colours so I know which one I'm using for straw. Stuff like that. But mind you, I could probably just get a hayloft. What I'm going to have is straw, silage. So I just need a trailer for silage. I just need a trailer for straw. And I need a trailer for... Actually, I don't need a trailer for silage or do I straw? I definitely need one for TMR. I'll need one to empty it out. Clean the place from the manure. And See, with the straw I can put the straw in and then I can... But I need one for hay for the animals. So if I have one for straw and that silage, not a big thing, silage will just go straight into the TMR mixer. So yeah, I'm definitely going to need that. It'd just be nice to have different coloured ones. Which there definitely was Stevie ones, because I used them on the other... On Chellington, I bought 3 or 4 for doing that. Mind you, I think on my... Whoops. Steering wheel didn't turn around quick enough back. What was I saying? I forget. Jeez, I'm back to being tired again. Come on, coffee, do your thing. What I've spent money on you for.
Well, apparently, what is it? Coffee doesn't actually give you any sort of energy. It blocks your receptors to basically tell your brain, no, you're not tired, honest. Much the same way, you know, paracetamol doesn't cure pain, it just tells your brain, no, there's no pain, what are you talking about?
Okay. Fair enough. Come on then, cranberry juice, do your job. Well, actually, I'm more like the ton and ton of sugar that's in the drink.
That's why I prefer popular red label soda.
I'm getting close to the boo and it seems maybe a little jerky. Best way to tell that. Well, maybe, but not definitely not as bad. Not down in the 30s. I think the worst I got there was 55. It'd be really nice, pain in the butt, because I only recently, my monitor's newish. But it'd be nice to have one that's not a 60 megahertz refresh rate, more like 144 or something. You know, when it comes to 4K, that's quite expensive.
Yeah, that's what that threw me off. What was it? LG OLED TV, so, you know, Landrum flat panel TV, 65, 75 inches. They come with AMD FreeSync and NVIDIA G-Sync, and I'm like, why would you want G-Sync on a 65-inch Landrum TV?
So you can hook your computer up to it and play, save you buying a monitor. I used to do that. I used to hook my PC up to a TV every now and then for the bigger screen. But TV wasn't really designed for that kind of stuff, but maybe these ones are more better off. Because the monitor, you always got a better picture. But the problem with this as well, I've only got FreeSync on it. I need G-Sync. The G-Sync would be the other thing. It would have been nice. Yeah, it looks good to me though. You know, it was peaceful not having that HOS thing turn up for a few days. And I still don't understand what kind of life a person has to have to do that, that decides to do stupid things like that. Geez, I thought my life was the saddest any life could get to be in. And I haven't stuck to that level. Mwah. I think you pretty much got the rest of it covered.
Yeah, just another little half pass to get that last little tidbit.
Woohoo! Look, one wheel, mum. I'll go drop this off and find out how the boo's going to react. Give it a bit of a clean as well, put it away, pay the bills. Actually, I should redo the insurance. I'm thinking about it too. You know what? I could have just... Oh god, there's nothing going on there. Thank goodness for that. Could have just gone this way. There's no gate here apparently. On either of the back ones. Yeah, I've got one. I've got a bit of jerkiness still. Now we're looking. Oh, it's not that bad. Not that bad at all. Interesting thing we'll really know is when Smudo comes back. Yeah. So, no gates on the back entrances here, so it sort of begs the question if why have gates at the front?
Psychological warfare.
Reminds me of that episode of Fifth Gar when he was playing, where was he playing? It was in the FS19. And something had happened. He updated a vehicle and it made the vehicle disappear because he had to rebuy it because of the update or something like that. And is that rust? Because that's not coming off. If it's that looks like rust. And he had the same thing on that farm. He had a gate at the front and he had a gate at the back, and he went on this amazing story about trying to get insurance from the insurance company, saying that his tractor got stolen, and the insurance company said no, they're not going to pay out because your farm wasn't fully secured. Just because you had the gate at the front, you didn't have a gate at the back, so that's your fault. But it was the way he said it was brilliant. I'm trying to think of the map. It was a map I played. A really good map, and I think it came out in 19 too. I remember it being a German map, and that's for sure. It was a 4x map. There we go. Well, that's the thing. If you have extra grass that you can't put into the silo thing, silage, make your thingamy-bob, you can bring it down here and stick it into this silo. I might have already said that. I got a funny feeling I said something along those lines. Nah, I might stick this in here actually. The other thing I need is a weeder or something like that for my farm, for my 2 fields. Alright, go fill this up. What I might do is a course to fill it up. Let's have a look. Button to come out of, there we go. We'll do it from here. we shall do it from here, and what I'll do is we will match it up to this one here, and this one. We'll just get a little bit of an angle on it so I'm prepared to turn it ready. We shall make sure that I have, yep, auto connect, and on both ends we will hit the record button. I shall drive. Like so, because I can. We will come here. I'll go past it just a bit by one more, hopefully. There we go. We'll add a boo fuel. Then I shall carry on. I'll go to the right. Like so. Eventually I'll probably get this as an entrance. Way in and out as well. And we shall turn onto here, and just for the moment, whoops. Just so we're able to at least fuel up. So hopefully it shall work. And hopefully, being that low on fuel, AutoDrive will automatically fill it up for me. And you can see my dodgy, lazy courses. You can see where I drove it and where I didn't bother driving it. Just stuck it down manually.
Well, there is nothing in this world that cannot be repaired with sufficient amount of duct tape.
Will it automatically fill up? I wonder. No. Now it went too far. Maybe I'll change it to that one. Oh, that's probably why, because you've got to select it. Alright. What we'll do is we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of that one. And we'll add it here. And it already filled up, so I can get rid of that. Go park this up for the night. Don't need to leave the lights on, eh? Rightio. Well, it's 8 o'clock. Bang on the dot. Time to call it quits for the day. Right, let me just bring this up. Notepad with all the multiplayer stuff on it, and go back in the game, and hopefully that's it. That's fine. So the thing is here, I've got to quickly calculate what we own and how much insurance we pay for what we own. Fantastic. Look at it all. Brilliant. The house can go. Sure, why not? So building things here. Let me get a pen and paper. And let me calculate what we got here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,